Hey guys, welcome to AFTERBUZZ TV. You are joining us here for Speechless Season 1, Episode 19, CCH Cheater. JJ is a cheater, and we've missed you guys. Stick around.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Yes. Oh, I love it. We're all rocking out. I love this song. This is Before He Cheats, Carrie Underwood. Yes. Hey guys, thanks for joining us here at AFTERBUZZ TV. It is episode 19 already. We're getting towards the end.
I know.
Yeah,
close.
getting real close.
Sorry, I'm just thinking karaoke in my head because that's what I think of when
Is this your go-to? Right.
Not mine, but I feel like somebody always sings this.
Yeah,
every time.
It's a good
Every
one.
single time.
It gets a whole bar going, right? All the angry women. Hey guys, thanks for joining us. You guys can find me at Susannah_Kim across all social media. It's SUSANNAH_KIM. We have a new host with us. Episode 19. How exciting! We have a new host joining our panel. Paige, let everyone know where they can find you.
I am at Paige_Bach on Instagram and at Paige Kelly Bach on Twitter.
Awesome. So good to have you. It's her first show, so everyone
so
welcome her to
exciting.
her first show. Exciting.
Thank you.
And Brie.
And you guys can find me at bphipps14 on Instagram, Twitter, bphipps1214 on Snapchat, and I will also be in the live chat today. We already have William in here, so
Hi,
let us know
Willie.
what you guys thought of the episode.
Thanks for joining us live. We love that. We haven't been here in a while.
I know.
feel like.
It has.
Right? And then the last time we were here, we did 2 episodes, so it was kind of like rushed. We had to get out of here because I know Kevin and Maria over here coming in. So,
Can't say no to the bosses.
yeah, exactly. We had to clear the studio. But yeah, it's been a little bit, I feel like. It's a couple weeks, 2 weeks.
It's been a while for me.
Yeah.
It's been yeah. Paige is
It's also
joining us
just
for the
that
first
time
time.
of year, so it's
Right,
like
that's
everything's
true.
going crazy with like TV and stuff. Like
That's
there's
true.
finales are happening, so maybe it just also feels a lot longer.
That's very true. Everything's
Right.
wrapping up. Okay, so we had a few things going on here in this episode. We start out with their little like purge day, which was very refreshing for me because I definitely need to do that. If you guys knew how many emails are in my mailbox,
Okay, but like
you would freak.
a normal purge day for someone, I feel like, be one of those things. Like, who doesn't check their answer
I
machine
know.
every day?
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm one of those people who can't even keep a ton of, like, emails in my mailbox. It gives me anxiety. But
Oh
for
my
some
gosh.
reason, hard, like, paper mail, I can leave that forever.
I don't even
Oh,
like
me too.
have that much paper mail. I feel
Most of it I just recycle,
everything's
but
online now.
right,
Yeah.
that's true.
I just put everything in a box until it's time to like shred it all.
Oh, my email. I have 45,000 emails, guys.
Yeah,
It's past point of return.
die.
Yeah, it's like, I
Yeah,
can't.
like I have to at least like have like this many emails in my inbox at the end, like just
Oh,
3 or 4
yeah.
or something. I can't.
Right.
It gives me anxiety.
I feel like I've
sounds
missed
great,
everything.
So
but-
their entire life just gives me anxiety,
Yeah, I know,
basically.
right? And I love how they're pouring it all out. It's just so DiMeo of them.
I love
it's
how
very
everyone has their
family.
job too.
Right,
You know,
yeah.
JJ's in charge of answer machine.
Yes.
Was it Ray in charge of paper?
Ray was doing voicemail. Oh, no. Ray was, snail mail.
Paper.
Yeah.
What was
and then
Dylan in charge of?
I don't Dylan, was she even in that scene?
Email?
Yeah, she was there.
Oh, no. Ray was doing email, I think.
I don't know. They all had a specific thing. That
all
they
kinds
were
of
doing.
stuff. All unnecessary.
I just also feel like you can't do that in the same room as each other.
Right. I mean, maybe with that family, too. There's so much going on.
There's a lot of things going on. I mean, between like the hoarding and the mail and
Right.
just everything in their life, it's yeah.
Everything needs a fix-up.
Like if I was to go into their house, I would be like, okay, you guys all need to leave for the day, and
Right.
like, I'm gonna fix everything because it's making me like anxious to be.
They
in
need
here.
like a fixer-upper show, like
They need
all
an
around, not
organizer.
like a house.
Right.
We have like a
closet,
host here
like-
who's a
another
super
helper.
organizer. They need him to go over there and just organize their entire life.
I would love to see an episode of that. And how torturous that would be for that
They
one
would
person.
definitely like ruin it all though at the end of the episode because that's like their thing.
That's
that
true.
they're
No,
organized.
would go
Once you
back
come
to
back
just
in to see
yeah.
everything fixed, and it's all just back the same.
Maya and her
Sounds
accent would
about
just
right.
like throw a
Her
tantrum and
accent.
just throw everything around. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so we also have going on a career day at school. I never really had a
I did.
career day like that. Yeah?
In high school, yeah.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean, like when you got time for you to be like graduating, and so they were like, oh, like look at what you might want to do with the rest of your life.
yeah. And I mean, Ray was going around. He had a very valid point, though. How much
I
do
don't
you
remember
make?
any pyramid schemes being. In.
Yeah, I know, yeah. I don't know
I
if
think
that
it was,
would be a
I think it was more like
career
a
day.
college fair. It was like
Yeah.
here's the different colleges
Yeah.
/ like the army
/
Choose
things
what
you can
you
fall
wanna
into.
do.
Yeah. So yeah, but I thought it was pretty valid of him to go after the money aspect of it, right? I mean, a lot of people choose their careers off of like the money. money, I guess.
I feel like it makes sense for Ray a little
For
bit.
him.
Like, he's the smart one. He's the one that's, like, driven and kind of in some way, like, holds the family together in that sense that he's, like, a little more relatable and a little more, like, on the path to do things right and, like, succeed. And then the rest of them, I'm like, I don't really know where they're going. Well,
Right.
Dylan's probably going to
But
be,
it's
like,
like
some
that's why
crazy
it's
athlete.
so ironic that he fell into a pyramid scheme of all things, because
Yeah.
I mean they are very inviting. It's like, make as much money as you want, get
Yeah.
all these free perks, but then you like most people that do pyramid schemes, I feel like, don't actually want to do work.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah.
Very true.
They do
want
it
to
because
sit
they
at
think
home.
it's easy.
It
But
was the flashiness and the literal dollar sign with like bling bling going on that was like calling him in. So yeah, he fell into that, Kingsley and Kate. And I like how we have Jimmy on the side who's also participating in Career Day, which before we really didn't know what he did until later.
But his
Yeah.
career day thing is just to give away people's old suitcases.
So Jimmy, and even he says, it's actually, what does he say? It's not a career, it's more of a job. He's telling the kids that. Wow. Good influence.
And Dylan getting her suitcase up. This is what
I
I
know,
wear now.
yeah. Yeah, and that's a whole other thing going on there. Let's talk about that real quick. Dylan has her suitcase, and she kind of becomes one of the popular girls. I never would have
Well, she
expected
gets the
that.
style. She
Right.
gets the popular
The
style.
weird,
going on.
you know, which makes sense now.
It was
I
very
feel like a
Mean
lot of
Girls feeling to me.
But I think, yeah, exactly. I wrote that
That's
down.
what I wrote,
And-
too.
Okay, so all of us. But the thing is, it's kind of funny in that I think that they found the funny with her character in that
Totally.
role, because a lot of the time the person who is like the popular one or the leader is the one who just doesn't care. Or
right.
it's like they act like, you know, they really don't care and they do, but she legitimately doesn't care.
Does
So-
Exactly
not.
to the Mean Girls thing, Regina George getting the like holes cut in her boobs.
Exactly, and then
Like
everyone
that.
starts doing it. Yes, and then her message at the end when she finally gets up on the table.
It was such a good
It's a little
start-off
convoluted, yeah.
message, and then turned into such a terrible message.
so Dylan.
It's-
just like she's just such an odd girl.
It's like, be yourself and don't care. Oh, but all of you
But
guys
you
are
do.
stupid,
Yeah.
so you
Yeah.
should care.
So now let's all
And
just
let
wear
me
blue
just-
tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna
just gonna
dictate.
dictate
She's
to
gonna be the monarch now. So that was an interesting storyline for Dylan. So back to Jimmy. He realizes that that Ray's in this pyramid scheme, and then he has this like, I don't know, his get together of like second tier friends.
So weird.
Friends that like on Facebook you would say,
Friends
hey,
that
let's
he
get
doesn't,
together,
like,
but you don't.
He doesn't want to like have his actual friends
Right.
have to come to
Right,
this
right.
thing.
I know, the one friend that shows up, he's like, oh, yeah, I
like,
didn't mean
"Get
to
out
invite
of
you.
here."
I'll talk to you later. We'll do something cool later. That was so
That was
weird. But yeah,
And he has
very
one
Jimmy.
beer. Everyone take a sip, pass it around.
Exactly.
I
He's like,
think
"Get chips, but a loaf of bread.
I kind of found it funny in a sense that, like, I feel like we all do that, but we don't invite them over to our house. Like, I've
Depending on
like
what event you're doing.
2,000 something
Right.
ridiculous friends on Facebook. I don't know, like,
Don't
half
know
of
any of
them.
them, yeah.
I don't even know how
Don't
that
talk to
happened.
them.
It's like one of those things. It's amazing
Well,
that
there's,
he
like-
kept a list.
Because with Facebook, it's easy. You know, you either invite
Right.
the people you want there, or you make it an
Right.
open invitation for anybody to come,
Right.
kind of event.
Right.
Yeah, and
That's true.
I guess it worked out for them because he ended up selling the
All the jewelry.
awful jewelry. Yeah.
To a majority,
for
majority
Ray.
of the people there were men, so you know, that
Yeah.
was good for them to be able to sell it to them.
It was a weird lesson for Ray though, because for him in the end, he's kind of like, oh, this kind of worked out. Let's continue on with
Right.
this pyramid.
Well, that's how they get you with pyramid
Exactly.
schemes. Like, oh, I made some money.
I did. I
Now
love.
I'll buy more.
I love that that one line though when he was like, "Wow, it looks like a pyramid," and you did
Yeah.
that was like probably my favorite part of it.
Right? She's like, I don't see it. I don't know what you're talking about. So yeah. So we also have going on the main thing happening is JJ, who's a cheater. Which okay, so you said when you saw the title was cheater that you didn't think that that's what
I did.
was
I
going
think it was gonna like go back to the whole Maya and her ex thing. Like I thought they were kind of bringing that back up and make
on.
some
That's
sort of
interesting. I would love
jealousy
to
thing.
bring
What?
him back.
That's what I thought when I
Yeah.
saw the title, and then I was like, oh no, not that at all.
No, yeah.
Totally wrong.
A little bit more of an innocent cheating, I guess. The question is, because it was Kenneth that was helping him cheat in a way. So was JJ aware that he was cheating?
I think he was.
He was very aware.
Definitely.
Kenneth obviously was not aware.
Like he was JJ. It was
Sad.
it was one of those things where it's like, you know, I'm not instigating this. Other people are doing this for me. I'm just not saying no.
Right.
Exactly. I mean, even after I saw the title and then I was like, okay, it's JJ. I didn't expect it to be like what it was with Kenneth doing it. And then as soon as they sat down, it made sense.
Well, I was trying to
Right.
figure out how JJ would cheat.
Right.
Yeah. I was like, was he?
Me too.
looking
Why
up
didn't
other
I click
kids'
on that?
papers
I know. I
and-
feel like after they showed it, I was like, that was such the obvious answer. So
Right,
why
yeah.
didn't I think of it?
Exactly.
Yeah, so and it does, I guess, seem kind of within JJ's character to take it full advantage of the teachers cutting him slack, and because Maya cuts him so much slack, and she kind of coddles him a little bit. So I think he's used to a little bit more.
It's a very easy thing to slide into, to kind of do that with like children in general, and then especially disabled children. Like that mentality, like they said on the show, he has such a hard life already, like
right.
I don't want to be one more thing.
Right.
Exactly.
But it's not doing any justice either for them to just like let them skate by.
Them trying to give him like, let him see his potential and everything, they kind of ended up just backfiring by just letting him get away with everything rather than letting him find it. You're not going to make him
grow at all.
Right, because it's one thing where Kenneth just doesn't realize he's doing it, but all the teachers were kind of letting it happen. They knew it was happening.
Well, I know I've said on the show before, but I do have a disabled sister, and that's like the one thing that the therapist always told us was like, if you let her get away with stuff, she will get away with it.
Right.
She's just, it's like any other child. Like, why wouldn't she get away with something if you could?
And any person.
Yeah, anybody.
Yeah.
Like if you can, why not?
Yeah. So we did get kind of a serious talk towards the end of the episode, which we don't get a lot of in this series. I feel like a lot of it we keep very lighthearted. But yeah, we had a serious talk at the end with the family talking about JJ and what's going to happen with him. I wish we would have gotten a little bit more though.
Well, they set it up to make it seem like we might next episode.
I would love that. I would love to see the continuation of where JJ takes Kenneth.
It's such a real thing. It's such a real thing for families with disabled, especially the disabled children that can't take care of themselves and will never be able to fully take care of themselves.
Right.
Like, what happens? Because there's options and stuff, but like some of those options just, putting them in a home, that just always sounds to me personally like a very scary thing. Like they're with a bunch of people they don't know. Like
and to them too. I mean, granted, maybe they don't feel like they can be on their own, but I mean, in their mind, you know what I mean? They don't feel like they're not capable of being on there. You know what I mean? I feel like they're aware that they maybe
need assistance,
but it doesn't mean that they want to.
I love that they brought it about in this way. That's why Ray wanted the money, because like he wants the best life for his brother, which is so sweet.
I really like this episode because it actually took a serious turn, and none of the others really have ever in this way, and it was so relevant. I kind of sat back and I was like, oh wow, we're doing this, but everything tied into it. It was like worrying about the cheating, to Ray, to like Dylan standing up and being like, oh finally. It was kind of, I think it was really like overdue in the season, and it was a great decision.
And it was so great that her reaction was kind of like, oh, we're talking about this? I've been thinking about this too. Yeah, so I would love to see episode 20 to be a lot about that, and to have sort of like a continual storyline, which we've been asking for this whole season. And yeah, to have them really talk about that and maybe think of different resolutions and share that story with
Well, and I'm excited to see JJ's take on it too, because like I feel like it's easy to take the side of like see what the family thinks about it, but I would love to see what they do with what he thinks of that whole thing,
because we didn't see his reaction.
Yeah, we just know he went to Kenneth.
Exactly.
So
and it seems like he's got maybe, I mean, he said we need to talk, but maybe they have some sort of plan that might unfold.
Like I was thinking maybe they are going to talk about like Kenneth taking him so that his family doesn't have to worry about him anymore. That's was my go-to thought, but I don't know if that's what they're going to do.
That's a crazy prediction.
Yeah. So if you guys have thoughts on what that might be,
definitely.
Hopefully, they'll bring that back next episode. I really, really hope so. Let us know what you think might happen, what the talk is going to be about.
Absolutely.
And it's, I mean, like we said, we have 3 more episodes, so it'd be crazy if they like wanted to end it with JJ like going to live with Kenneth.
Oh my goodness.
This prediction is like
it's so deep. But it's really good though, because this season or this whole show has kept everything so light, and it's a very deep talk. So we kind of talked about that before. Do they do that on purpose? Are they avoiding certain things?
It's nice to be able to get into the issues, like and there's most of the episode was still very lighthearted, so I think you can do that very easily.
I mean, maybe they did write it that way on purpose, because I think it's a lot of issues as serious as this and kind of topics as serious as this. A lot of the time, a lot of families and people just cope with things by like pushing them under the rug or getting distracted by everything else, which Maya does constantly. So it's like maybe that was the way that they kind of wanted to put it in people's brains, like they're just pushing this under the rug, pushing this under the rug, pushing this under the rug, and then when it finally comes out, everyone's extremely relieved. So maybe it was planned, and maybe it's gonna make the whole series change.
I would love it.
I mean, I think that there is a fine line with like you know, a comedy show, but dealing with serious issues, like you have to have the balance. You have to be able to talk about the issues, but you have to not get dark all the time.
Right,
exactly.
especially with
then
a
you're
show
losing
like
the
this.
comedy.
Right, exactly.
Half an hour of just really intense conversation.
Yeah. Yeah, they did a great job of balancing that this episode. So yeah, I think that's mainly it. I'm sad we only have a few episodes left of the season. We don't know about a second season yet,
They
right?
haven't said yet.
We
If it's
haven't
been
heard
renewed.
anything. So we will see.
I mean, we're getting to that time of year. They have to let us know within the next month or so.
Yeah, I hope so. So I think that's pretty much it. Anything else, you guys?
I just thought that
Hearing?
that Emma Watson thing was hysterical.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't just like a couple searches; it was a million
They're
searches.
keeping it very
on her.
relevant.
Well, I mean, that's so
She's
like
hot right now.
that's so real. You know, when you search, you don't like usually like search once and find what you're looking for. You're like, this.
Right,
No,
yeah.
let me try this. No, let me try. Like, you know, it's iffy. Do I guess it's really
So
specific?
everyone right now, go clear your search
Always,
history.
and especially the
Yeah,
one
mine's not
place.
that bad though. Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
The one place you especially have to do it though is your phone, because I feel like people are always like, oh, just like, can I look it up on your phone, or when you're in a group of people, and then I don't know.
Right? And then something embarrassing.
Oh gosh. The day of the internet.
Right? Okay, I think that's pretty much it. Ending on an embarrassing topic, right?
Now that we've all discussed that our history shouldn't
Right?
be
Yeah.
like that. Cool.
All right, so we'll see you guys next week. I think there's an episode next week, hopefully. It's been so
I never
on and
know.
off, so yes, but stick around with us. Follow us on social media. We'll let you guys know what's going on. Let them know where they can find you, ladies. Bree?
You guys can find me at bphipps14 on Instagram and Twitter. Also, tomorrow night on my Broadway Breakdown show on Popcorn Talk Network, we're going to be doing a special Closer for the film and theater show at 8 p.m. So make sure we check us out there. And we're also discussing Finding Neverland on Sunday
Nice.
at 3 p.m. And thank you to everyone joining us in the chat. I want to shout out to
you.
Steven Starr and William
Always.
Day, who are always with us. We appreciate you so much.
Oh, thanks, guys. And I am at Paige_Bach on Instagram and at Paige Kelly Bach on Twitter. And the show I think everyone should check out actually here is Shades of Blue, and also just the show Shades of Blue, but the after show is really fun and it's cool. It's cool to see J-Lo on TV.
Yeah,
I like
right?
it.
It's changed. I mean, TV is so different now, which I love. You have all these huge stars
Right
on
now,
TV. So.
it's going the way of TV.
Exactly. And you guys can find me at Susannah_Kim, SUSANNAH_KIM. I also cover Scorpion here at AfterBuzz TV. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Have a good week.
Have a good week, guys.
See you then.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.